And both races are ready. Which means we will be getting started very shortly. We have already started, actually. There's an immediate blood shop with a grenade charm. Both races will pick that up. And just launch a nade at Blood Shopkeeper there. So, both races will be able to claim a gold sphere, a torch of walls, a grenade charm out of that for the cost of 1 heart. It's a set of 3 nades. It's very even right now. Same kind of decision making so far. Both races will take space too. Well, Marcy's letting the Minotaur run away with it, so have to spend a couple more beats dealing with it. Oh my gosh, that is such a bad spot for Ochre. Just getting completely surrounded by every enemies. Then getting whacked by a black skeleton. Yeah, digging just way too much. This looks like Marcy has darkness now. Does have a miner's cap though, so miner's cap providing a bit of light, which isn't really a good thing with darkness if you want to use the decreased aggro range. And we'll check purple, actually. Interesting check, as the weapon isn't really that good without, especially without any damage ups. Gonna go the long way around in order to find it's in this shop, and will be paid out in the form of a titanium sphere after enchanting it with the scroll. Marcy's opting to do more shopping. Trying to find a ring swap, likely. But in the process, we'll be able to start rounding out their build. Ochre, meanwhile, on the same floor now. Rolling with some glass weapons. Takes uncertainty. It will be a Warhammer. Seems like Ochre is happy with that. It's titanium, I believe. Well, it could be obsidian. Nope, it's titanium. So, titanium Warhammer, very powerful weapon. Has the power to output a lot of damage in one hit if the enemies are lined up, and we're synced down to King Konga. However, Ochre already has the mini-boss down, so won't need to deal with the trapdoor room. All this farming for Marcy and not really finding too much out of it. Don't know what the deal with that bomb is. Must have been a misinput or something. And Marcy will go down to have a heart. Also missing out on the obsidian rapier. So it's starting to be a bit spooky. Hello there, Azumak. There's a ring swap for Marcy. Does not have the titanium warhammer from earlier, though. Which would have been pretty nice. Oh, this is so bad for Marcy. Getting riders on both sides, but luckily not running into any more enemies coming from the right or above. So we'll be able to kite the riders properly to survive that. And pushing to the exit. Very spooky right now for Marcy. Oh gosh, this is so scary. But Marcy's just hanging in there. Still playing very confidently. Ocre is now on to Fortissimo 3. Just using the throw to finish off the Minotaur there, and then picking up the Obsidian Heart, but going down shortly afterwards. Not doing the damage that they need to get out of that. Can be the issue with Obsidian weapons many times. Ocre, meanwhile, has Ring of Regen. Doesn't have real protection, just has a one hit of glass armor, but is looking very nice already. There's a tier 3 cracked wall for Ocre as well. Which actually will be the food shop, so Ocre has a chance to possibly top up on the health here. Uses Fireball. And will gluttony a chicken. Getting 3 full heart containers and 1 empty one out of that, so very happy about that. And is looking very nice. Finish this run off. Shriner for Ocre getting teleported in thanks to the Warlock. Oh, that is so bad, that Harpy. But, as I said, Ocre is pretty safe at the moment. Could do with some actual armor now, but has shield spell, Ring of Regen. And a decent weapon as well. Uses the blood drum there. We'll skip on checking the chest. 6 minutes into Zone 5. After a 1-3 death. Oh, Maurcyu going down once more to some wind spell stuff there, I believe. Yeah, tries to get away from Mole and the Black Wind Mage, but the Wind Mage is like, nope, you're getting back here. It's a bit of real armor for Ocre now. Obsidian armor at worst is just leather armor, and at best it's a Squaga suit, so it's pretty solid, and usually it's chainmail. It's like easy left side scoots for Ocre here, using blood magic to clear out the sarcophagi and skeletons, making sure that's not going to be an issue. We'll just heal that back up with the Ring of Regen, and we have early hit on the Necrodancer, utilizing the blood drum. Can use your blood magic to break free of the ice there. That's not the best spot for a red dragon to be in. Just taking some pretty big hits, but last hit on the Necrodancer, and that will be it. Ocre manages to finish this one off after a pretty brutal 1-3 death. GG's. Seems like Maurcyu just took Darkness Ring raw, as they're stating in race chat right now. That's an interesting choice. I thought there would be a Shrine of Darkness, but then again, already had Miner's Cap. But if you're against an opponent that you know is just better than you and you have a bit of a lead, it could be good just to do something non-conventional that has the chance to pay off. Something pretty risky that you normally wouldn't do because it's too risky. So, That's a very solid decision. In isolation, ignoring all other things, it's a questionable decision, but given the context, it's pretty reasonable. So, good luck, have fun to both racers on the second seed here. 969. Nice. Immediate bomb? Having an early bomb, always very nice to see that. Greatly broadens your options in the early zone. As Ocre will bomb open a tier 2 wall. Won't quite know what it is yet, but probably a blood shop. There it is. That's just by the torture walls, I think. You don't want the bow, and you don't want the luminous torch, because it's a better torch right there. But Maurcyu will use the extra bomb for a kill, taking the blood drum, which is a pretty valuable item, as it lets you dig open things you otherwise wouldn't have been able to dig, and also kill things very quickly without a lot of damage on hand. Crack open barrels. Ocre taking a huge hit though, but there is cheese right here. Not gonna quite eat it until reaching the stairs to save an extra beat. But seems to have just been chased away by a monkey, but finds a trapdoor instead, so eats it on that. So, blood drum kill for Maurcyu. Not really the most worthwhile, since Fortissimo is a somewhat fast song, and Fortissimo 1 only has 2 health. But still doing it nonetheless. Save a couple of beats. Need scroll for Maurcyu. We'll use the blood drum to pick up a potion. Buys a holster as well. Ocre will also buy that holster and keep the need. Base flail for Ocre, won't pick that up. Not really much use for base flail in the holster. Oh, fair and balanced! Ocre! Oh my gosh, that sucks. No way. That... Oh. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. When you place a bomb and then like your only way to escape has some fair and balanced in the way. See that one more time. Maurcyu meanwhile on Death Metal 2 first. That is rude. That is so rude. So Maurcyu checking black, holstering the obsidian broadsword. Fair and balanced again. Okay. But it won't suck nearly as much as Ocre. Manages to kill a Banshee in time. We're getting wrecked by a fair and balanced spirit. I think some pretty good use of weapon swapping here. For a bit of a buffer. Ocre meanwhile is already on 3-3 though. This looks very bad. That was a solid use of need there. To take the heat off of Ocre there. So managing to survive for another day. Also has Ring of Regen, so will be staying alive. And also finding a Jolt Dagger from somewhere. So, an excellent weapon to have holstered to smash open crates, throw at bosses, throw at mini-bosses. Yeah, that's the first time I've seen Need be used like that. Not on accident. I've seen Need be used on mushrooms. The zone 2 mushrooms that are right next to you when you start. Marcy's swapping off to Obsidian Harp. Ocre's health situation isn't the best, but still has Ring of Regen. Taking some pretty big hits in 4-1. Oh, going for the weapon transmog? Not the most risky, as has a backup weapon in the holster. Ends up with the glass flail, which probably is not what they were looking for. But, like I said, Jolt Dagger in the holster is a serviceable weapon. Okay, Ocre's in another hairy situation. Oh my gosh, that is so smart! Taking a telemonkey to get out of it! Either that, or taking it to, like, tank the bomb goblin or something, I don't know, but, like... That had to be, like, some kind of intentionality with that. That was so good. There it is, just... Oh no, I only have a dagger and I'm about to get surrounded. Hello monkey, save me. That is so clean. That is some high level necrodancer here. Ocre's pushing into the darkness with the harp, the world record weapon. It has 1 damage up and it has regen as well. And Ocre's putting this Ring of Regeneration to such good use. Getting so much value out of it by taking so much damage. Of course, if you take damage without actually using it, it's not the best, but... Oh, that's a pretty neat bounce trap dodge from Maurcyu, but will get stomped on by a spider. However, it does have infinite damage for 8 kills. But can't really do anything about it. Possibly bomb out the throne, but takes another hit, and then will take a hit from the conga line. Leaving this pretty wide open for Ocre. But Ocre's taking a lot of hits. Has a Ring of Regen though. Taking so many hits and getting massive value out of this Ring of Regen. Not even caring, just shrugging it off. Oh. Some food for Ocre. Doesn't need that apparently. Oh, it doesn't have enough bombs to get it anyways. And Ocre is now onto a Dad Ringer. Looking like some Oblivion strats. Flawless victory. 3 bombs at their disposal. Having the shield tome in order to get the extended shield along with being able to face tanks and bombs. Excuse me. Three hits left on the Necrodancer. Going very clean so far. Not the fastest, but... GG. that was... That was some pretty scary spots for Ochre, but like just managing to find a way out, even though it isn't really the way out you'd expect. Like, I don't think I've seen either of those escapes being pulled off that successfully before. Sure, just a bunch of enemies. I might die here, it's very dangerous. Use Need Scroll. That is a very forward-thinking play there. Also with the Telemonkey to get out of that situation. Getting completely cornered. Anywho, onto the third seed. Once again, we have an immediate blood shop with a ton of food in it. Ochre's thinking on whether to reset or not. And we'll just decide to reset and save that bomb. Brace a base broadsword find for Maurcyu. Resetting as well after getting cornered into a dead end, so we'll just opt to take the trapdoor. Ochre, meanwhile, finding another Ring of Regen. Ochre's 3 for 3 on Ring of Regens. So, good choice saving that bomb. Because otherwise there'd be no way to get that ring out of that shrine without searching for a bomb, which might not even be there. Ochre's trying to use... What is... Oh, Ochre's trying to kite the... Oh, fair and balanced! Okay, it's all fine this time. Excellent job there for Ocre to use the dove as a beat buffer, if anything. Okay, just getting a pink shovel right off the bat. And getting a blood cat, which can be a very, very fine weapon. But that is definitely a super good shovel. A lot of time spent for it though, but like in the grand scheme of things, it will save a lot more time than it costs to get. Oh, the red bat causing a bit of an issue here on this King Kongo fight, but Ochre will be able to do it fine. Maurcyu, meanwhile, manages to flawless it and finds a glass flail. So, solid weapon to bring into Zone 2. Definitely want at least 2 damage in Zone 2 with such a snaggy weapon like a flail. Ochre is still stuck on 1 damage, but we'll be able to slide past a ton of enemies thanks to it being the cat. So it's not the worst thing ever. Of using the Dove Charm to teleport some wall makes away. The Procrastination Charm. Going for a Torch Transmog. Very likely searching for the lightweight to get this cat up to damage. Oh, and the mole's gonna erase that trapdoor for Ochre. Maurcyu is about a floor behind. Trying to find things. Finds a blood flail. Which probably won't be able to compete. Ochre, meanwhile, swapping off to an obsidian staff, so a solid weapon, given it has the damage up over the blood cat. Oh, but there's the Ring of War. Probably wants to keep the regen anyways with this obsidian staff anyways. The Thinking Shrine for Ochre, just going to pass on it. It could be something very good. I do have the time to... What is happening on... Okay. Maurcyu using the mini-boss in order to scare away Freddy. But Ocre's continuing to push forward. Maurcyu with a glass shard throw. And for another glass weapon, so... Oof. But glass longsword is not bad at all. Looks like an obsidian longsword out of the Thinking Shrine. But Ogre's gonna keep obsidian staff, doesn't even know that. Moving on from that. But now we're seeing some zone 4 staff, which can get pretty spicy. The dove is just teleporting things away for Ocre. That is some aggressive doving. Takes a telemonkey too. Okay, Ocre down to 1 heart. Oh, I was trying to be careful about that warlock. But just hits it anyways. Down to half a heart. Peeking at what's inside the shop? Don't exactly know what they'd want here. Oh. Shield cell, of course. And backpack. So, using the dove this aggressively can easily backfire is the thing. Nice fireball to take out 2 blade testers. And it gets another charm, gets a Frostbro. Ocre will preemptively use the greater shield before going into the exit room, which will make it very mindless. Meanwhile, using Frostbow row in order to just dismantle death metal. Maurcyu isn't too far behind though. Isn't on 3 damage, but has blood magic to use. Still about a floor behind. It seems like Maurcyu has picked up a pink shovel for themselves from somewhere, I just realized. Like, wait a second. Maurcyu isn't supposed to have a pink shovel. Yeah, both these racers are running through this zone 5 very quickly. This is a bit aggressive on the digs for Maurcyu, but a great freeze. Oh, taking huge hits. And Maurcyu will go down. Very solid push. But Ocre is the same chest. Ocre got staff in zone 2. What? Oh. The boss chest. I see. So yeah. Not enough bombs for Ocre here. Oh, what? No. In zone 2. But how do you seed variants? I don't know. Can you wait? Okay, I won't even bother that. Not very good views. How is that possible? Aren't the... Isn't shovel in red chest? Weapons are in black. Okay. Necrodancer. Very confused. Anywho, GG's. Conjure variants. Why is my loot not showing up? Why is my loot all the way down there? There we go. GG's! Ocre will take this for a fun set. 3-0.